Anita! Oh, hello, Flora. Please give me back my son's baseball hat. You can't just go and steal someone else's stuff. I thought he had lost it or something, but then I saw your son wearing it yesterday. Huh? What in the world are you talking about? I didn't do anything of the sort. But the one my son was wearing yesterday was a new baseball hat that I had bought for him. You see, my son is a fan of the professional baseball team on his hat. What? Don't you think that's strange? Because the team on that baseball hat is the juvenile baseball team my son is a part of. What do you mean he's a fan? It's not even a professional baseball team in the first place. Are you sure about that? Who knows? Maybe they just use the same hats. It's true that there is a professional baseball team with the same colored hats, but the team logo on the front is completely different. Oh, and I sewed my son's name and uniform number on the hat, which I clearly saw on the one your son was wearing. What? Seriously? Oh, my bad. Maybe it was your son's hat after all. Yes, the one I bought for my son was slightly different now that I remember it. He must have picked it up thinking it was his. It must have been an honest mistake. There's no point in your son having that hat anyways, and if he's not a part of the baseball team, then people will know immediately that it's stolen if they see him wearing it. Besides, the coach at my son's baseball team is Mr. Tor, so if he sees your son wearing that, you know? So if it was an honest mistake, just like you say, then just give it back already. Mr. Tor? That crazy old man I sometimes see at the park? He's not crazy, he's just very strict and direct with people. Mr. Tor lives nearby, so if he sees your son wearing that, he's sure to call the police on you. The police? Are you sure I have to give it back to you? I mean, my son seems to really like it, and your son could always just get a new hat because he's a part of the team, right? No, it's my son's hat, and I'm not just going to let you have it. If you don't want to have the police called on you, then give me back the hat. Fine, I'll put it in your mailbox. Understood. Please bring it now. What? Now? Can't I just give it back to you when I feel like it or something? No. Give it back right now, please. If you don't, I'll tell Mr. Tor and the police. Fine, I get it. I'll bring it right now. Sheesh, you're making such a big deal out of this. It's just a hat, you know. I don't care if it's just a hat. What you're doing is theft, Anita. Don't do anything like this ever again. You're accusing me of being a thief? I told you it was just an honest mistake, and my son must have picked it up thinking it was his because I had bought him one that looked similar. I'm telling you, it was an honest mistake. Yeah, and he never noticed my son's name and uniform number sewed on the hat? I made sure to make it stand out precisely so no one would take it by accident. Next time, I won't be so forgiving and just call the police immediately. Fine, I won't. Just shut up already. You're making such a big deal out of this. Hey, Flora, I saw you entering your house just now. What in the world are you doing? Huh? What am I doing? I went to the supermarket to buy some stuff. You went to the supermarket? I don't think you have the luxury to be doing such things considering the situation. You called me out so many times before, but when you're the one in trouble, you just lie like it's so easy for you. That's what's called a hypocrite, Flora. All I ever do is make honest mistakes, but what you're doing right now is simply despicable. What? I don't know what you're talking about, Anita. Why are you in such a fuss? Your child just got taken away by an ambulance. I don't understand how you can just be so calm. Huh? Are you sure that it was my child? Yes, he was wearing your son's hat. I don't know who called the ambulance, but you noticed it come, right? There were so many people watching as well. I don't get why you can just pretend you don't know what's happening. Your own child got into an accident and was taken to the hospital, but you won't even go visit him since it's too much of a hassle for you. Hold on. I'm telling you, leave your house and go to the hospital right now. By the way, that accident wasn't my fault, all right? Huh? What do you mean it wasn't your fault? First of all, I don't know what you're talking about, and second of all, I never said it was your fault. Anyways, my son is in the house right now, so it can't be him. Huh? Are you sure about that? Yeah, he's practicing baseball in the yard right now. What? He's practicing baseball? But he just got into an accident and was taken to the hospital. How could he have recovered so fast? Are you being serious right now, Anita? I'm not saying that he's already back from the hospital, but that he was never taken to the hospital in the first place. The ambulance you're talking about is the one that drove by our house on the way to the main road, right? Yes, that one. So your son was taken to the hospital after all? No, I'm telling you, he wasn't. Are you even listening to a word I say? Why do I even bother talking to you? At the time the ambulance came, I was at the supermarket across the main road. When I got home, I saw there was a crowd of people gathered at the side of the road. I saw there was an ambulance as well, so I thought something must have happened, but I didn't bother looking and just went inside. Oh, and once I got home, both my son and mother-in-law welcomed me back, which means that my son wasn't the one who was hospitalized, and I don't know what you're talking about. But... Oh, and this is completely unrelated, but we already moved. Huh? Oh, when did you move? You see, my husband was relocated at work, and so we decided to move to where his new office is. We've already bought a new house. But I have work as well, and my son has school, so the three of us, me, my son, and my mother-in-law, are going to be staying here for a bit longer. My father-in-law and my husband have already moved to our new house. We're planning on going there tonight and having dinner. Besides, my son is right in front of me, so what you've been saying all this time is nonsense. You must have mistaken someone else for my son. What? Then who was that taken away by the ambulance? I could have sworn it was your son that got into an accident. Anita, you really shouldn't bother yourself with such things. It's none of our business. We'll just cause trouble if we start a commotion over something we don't have anything to do with. And if we did have something to do with it, we would have gotten a call from the hospital or police or something. If the person who was carried away was our neighbor, then we'll find out soon who it was and what happened, right? Why are you insisting so much that it was my son anyways? Did you get a close look and think it was him or something? Maybe you thought it was my son because it was some kid from nearby that looked like him, but thankfully nothing's happened with us here, so don't worry. Oh, is that so? Oh, it's fine if that's the case, though. I don't care if it has nothing to do with your son. Bye, then. Hello, Anita? I found out who was taken away by the ambulance yesterday. You seemed to be bothered about it a lot, so I'll share the information with you. Who was it? Apparently it was the son of Mr. Tor, the coach at my son's baseball team. What? That was Mr. Tor's son? Yep. I went to today's baseball practice with my son and saw that Mr. Tor's son wasn't there. So I asked him about it, and he told me about yesterday's accident. Apparently a bicycle that was going full speed crashed into him when he turned a corner. Luckily, he wasn't seriously injured, but he hit his head, so he went to the hospital to have it checked up just in case. Oh, is that so? I'm glad nothing serious happened to him. But apparently the person that ran into him fled the scene, and they still don't know who it was. What a sick person. To think that they would crash into an elementary school student and just flee the scene without even thinking to help. But if they had stayed and helped, surely they would have had to face the consequences of crashing into a child. It's only natural that they fled the scene, in my opinion. Is that a crime, do you think? Of course it is. Fleeing the scene is what a coward would do, Anita. An honest person would stay and do whatever they could to make up for his or her mistake. Even though it was just a bicycle, what this person did was clearly illegal. You can't just be going that fast on a sidewalk. It's against road laws. Yeah, you're right, I guess. Besides, if it was an honest mistake, they probably wouldn't have had to go to prison or something like that, right? But I don't know that even city bicycles are subject to road laws. Huh? It's so scary that there are all these laws we don't even know about, don't you think? I'd better watch out myself. Oh, I remembered I have to do something. Bye. Okay. Flora, something terrible has happened. What should I do? What do you think is the best thing to do at times like this, Flora? I need your advice. Why are you panicking so much? The police are at my front door. I'm scared to open it, so I'm pretending that no one's home. What? You can't just pretend to not be there when the police are at your door. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. If you didn't do anything, there's no reason to be scared of the police, so why don't you just open the door and see what they want from you?
No, I'm not going to open the door.
Why not?
Because
you did something and that's why you're hiding from the police?
Huh? What are you talking about? I didn't do anything to deserve being locked up. Do you suspect me of being a criminal or something?
I never said that you did anything that would get you locked up. And if there's nothing suspicious about you, then there's no need to hide from the police, is there?
I mean, well, I didn't mean it like that. It's just that...
If that's the case, then you should just open the door and talk to them, right?
But that's... I can't, all right? It's hard to explain.
You panicked at the sight of the police, and so without even thinking, texted me asking for help, even though it will only make things worse. Did I get that right? I think the best thing for you to do right now is to just accept that we all know about what you did now.
What are you talking about? You're not making any sense.
Hey, Anita, don't you realize that you messed up yesterday during our conversation?
Huh? What do you mean I messed up?
When I was telling you about the bicycle accident Mr. Tor's son got into, I only said that a bicycle crashed into his son, right? But for some reason, you knew what type of bicycle crashed into him, saying something about how it was so scary that even city bicycles are subject to road laws. Up until then, you seemed to know nothing about the accident, but for some reason you knew the type of bike that crashed into Mr. Tor's son.
Seriously?
I thought it was strange how you seemed to be so panicked about the accident at first, when you thought it was my son and not Mr. Tor's son that was hospitalized.
You suspected me from the start?
Well, it's not like all this proves with certainty that you're the one who crashed into Mr. Tor's son and fled the scene. All I did was tell Mr. Tor, the victim's father, about my suspicions.
Why did you do that?
What, did you think I would just stand by and let you get away with this? Oh, and by the way, it's not certain that it was me that caused the police to come to your house like this. There's a possibility that you were suspected of being the culprit from the start, and that they were already investigating you.
Why is that? Why would they suspect me? Do I really look that much like a criminal?
That's not what I meant. Apparently a lot of houses around here have security cameras watching the entrance to their house. So they might have already found evidence that you were the culprit before I told Mr. Tor anything.
Security cameras?
Yes, you only moved here 1 year ago, so maybe you didn't know, but this area was once terrorized by multiple thefts a few years ago.
Theft?
Yeah. After that, everyone learned a lesson, and they made contracts with security companies and set security cameras and stuff. So you know what that means, right?
Hold on. So you're saying that I was caught on a security camera?
I don't know for sure, but surely the police around here know how a lot of people have security cameras in this area. And so they probably asked them to cooperate by providing footage. Oh, but it's just a possibility, all right?
No way. This can't be happening.
Anita, what's wrong?
They found out. They know I did it. To think that it was Mr. Tor's son as well.
Anita, are you seriously just realizing this now?
But I even got rid of the evidence and threw away my city bike. I thought that they wouldn't have anything to tie me to the accident.
What?
And they still found out? How is that even possible? Besides, it's that baseball hat of theirs that's the problem. He was wearing the same hat as your son's, which is why I thought it was him when I ran into him. But it had to be Mr. Tor's son of all people. I shouldn't have texted you that day. This never would have happened.
Anita, do you realize that you're basically telling me that you ran into Mr. Tor's son on purpose because you thought he was my son? What are you trying to do, confessing your crimes to me like this? What do you want me to do about it? You think I'm going to help you or something?
Huh? No, it's just that...
You were careful enough to get rid of the evidence by throwing away your city bicycle. But for someone that goes that far, you're pretty scatterbrained, Anita. Maybe if you were a bit less stupid, you would have made a better thief.
No, that's not what I meant when I said that I didn't mean that I purposefully ran into Mr. Tor's son because I thought he was your son. You're misunderstanding.
I'm going to tell the police, okay?
No! Don't! My punishment is just going to get worse if you tell them.
Apparently, the police knew from the start that she was actually home and just pretending to not be there. Anita tried to flee from the back door, but they were already waiting for her there and captured her. Apparently, she was arrested without even undergoing an investigation first. Oh, and the city bicycle that she disposed of was apparently stolen as well. After a bit more investigation, the police found out that she's guilty of several such petty crimes, and so Anita was locked away behind bars. Anita's husband, on the other hand, went to all the families that Anita had caused trouble for and apologized, and after that he divorced Anita and moved, bringing their children with him. Anita's parents fled without saying a word, ashamed at what their daughter had done. So when Anita finally got out of prison, she had nowhere left to go, and since she still had to pay for several alimonies and hospitalization bills and stuff, she was hardly free, even though she just got out of prison.
Hey, Kate, are you there? I just wanted to ask you a quick little favor, if you didn't mind and have the time. I was wondering if you could bring me a couple of changes of clothes here, and if that would be alright. And maybe I could give you the clothes that I got here, and you could take them home and wash them up, please? I'm really trying to create as little work for you as possible, I promise, but I think that I really need some new clothes right now. I've already worn what I have for a week or so, just cycling through everything. Kate, could you please pick up the phone? We haven't even talked in a few days, and I really miss you. Is everything okay? I really do wish that you would answer me so I can know if you're alright. My messages aren't even coming up as read anymore. I really just wish that you would respond to me in some way. Okay, I guess you're just busy right now. I'll try and reach out to my mom about the laundry then, so don't worry about it. But I really would appreciate it if you would reach out to me and let me know what you're up to. I just wish that I could leave already and that you and I could be together. Anyways, I guess I'll leave it there. Please get back to me when you see this.
Hey, Brian, are you there? You better pick up the phone right now. Serious to talk about. Missed call. Missed call. Pick up the phone right now! I'm trying to talk to you! Don't you ignore your father-in-law like this!
Oh, Greg, sorry, I wasn't looking at my phone and I had it on silence. I'm just seeing all this right now. Oh. What's the matter? Is it something you want to talk to me about? You said it was serious. What's it about?
This is about the fact that I want you to know that just because your wife is in the hospital doesn't mean that you can run around and cheat on her.
Wait, what? What do you mean by any of that? I don't understand.
I mean that just because Kate has been stuck in the hospital for a while doesn't mean that you have permission to go sleeping around on her. You really are a horrible husband, you know that? How can you just abandon your own wife in the hospital, not ever go and visit her and decide to cheat on her on top of all that?
Wait, Greg, please, you've got this all wrong. I'm not cheating on Kate, I swear to you.
Cheating on her when you're not busy, then why don't you go to the hospital and visit her, huh?
Well, it's just a little difficult right now.
So then you're really not going to come and see her at a time of need at all right now?
I'm really sorry, Greg, I just can't right now.
You really are a bad liar, you know that? I mean, how can you just abandon your wife in the hospital like this when she needs you right now? I hope all the fun you're having is worth it because we all know what a terrible person you really are now.
No, wait, please let me explain. The reason why I can't go and visit Kate in the hospital is because I'm in the hospital too, you see.
Wait, what? What do you mean that you're in the hospital? What happened?
Well, this all goes back about a week ago, actually. I was out for a little walk, and as I was trying to cross the street, a bike came out of nowhere and clipped me. They actually hit me pretty hard, and I broke my right leg, and I've been in the hospital recovering ever since.
So then, you mean it? You're really in the hospital as well?
Yeah, exactly. Did you really not know about all that? I would have thought that Kay would have told you about this. I mean, she does know that I'm here after all.
Wait, really? She knows that you're in the hospital right now? Well then, I guess I just have to say that I'm really sorry. I had no idea about any of this, and I really shouldn't have sent you those angry messages.
Well, I mean, those messages were a bit much, but as long as you understand the situation now, I guess that's all that matters. But I guess that means that there are a ton of people in the hospital right now then. I mean, there's me, Kate, and even Holly, right? How's Holly doing, by the way?
Yeah, Holly's still in the hospital as well. She went out with a friend and I guess at some point she fell down some stairs and ended up hurting herself. Overall, the damage wasn't that bad, but she did hit her head, and so the doctors were of course nervous about that and wanted to keep her in the hospital to examine her further.
I see. Well, I'm really sorry that I haven't been able to see either of them while they're in the hospital right now. But actually, if it's okay, I have something that I want to talk to you about, and I think you might have the answer.
Well, I guess after the way I treated you, that's the least I could do. What is it? What are you curious about?
The thing is that I haven't actually been able to get a hold of Kate for the past few days now. But now you're telling me that she's in the hospital, and I wonder if that's why I haven't heard from her at all.
You mean you and Kate haven't even been talking to each other for the past few days? Well, both Kate and your daughter just went into the hospital today, actually. When I got to the hospital, I tried to call your landline, but there was no one to answer the phone, and that's why I started to message you on your cell phone. But the reason that I said what I did is because Kate told me that she was worried that you were cheating on her. I guess I just believed her and didn't ask her any more details, and then when I started messaging you,
I see. Well, thank you for clearing that up, but I want you to know that I promise I am not having any kind of affair. Although I wonder why Kate would tell you that. I think I know why, though. The thing is that I've been coming home from work later and later because things are getting so busy for us, so I can't say that I don't understand why she might be suspicious. So I think what this really boils down to is all the hours that I've been having to put into my job.
You really think that's where she was getting that notion from? Well, if that's the case, I'll go and talk to her about that and explain what you told me. By the way, which hospital are you in right now?
It's the one not far from Kate and I's house across the street from that one thrift shop, you know?
Oh, I see. The girls are both in a general hospital in the next town over where I live.
Oh, well, that's good to know that we're not actually that far away when you think about it.
I think that if I got on the freeway, I could basically make it to where you are in about 15 minutes or something like that. Actually, if it's okay with you, I'd like to go out there and talk to you for a little bit about something in person.
Yeah, that's no problem at all. Just be careful coming over. It's not like I'm gonna be going anywhere soon, though, and there's something that I'd like to talk to you about in person as well.
Brian, are you there? I'm so sorry that I couldn't get back to you this whole time. You're not going to believe it, but my Holly and I are actually in the hospital just like you. We were going out with a friend, and then we both fell down the stairs and ended up needing to go see the doctor. We're not quite back to our full strength yet, but the doctor told me that I could go and reset back with my parents if I wanted to. But more than anything, I'm just glad that I wasn't seriously injured and didn't suffer any kind of permanent damage.
Oh, I see. Well, that sounds like a real mess, but I'm glad you're okay and we'll get to go home soon.
Well, what about you? How are you doing? Do you still need me to bring your clothes, or did you manage to get that figured out since you reached out to Tom?
Yeah, don't worry. I just reached out to my mom and I asked her if she wouldn't mind bringing me something to wear.
Got it. Well, I am glad that you were able to get that sorted out without me. I really am sorry that I wasn't able to get back to you at all, but I'll come and visit with you with Holly soon, okay?
Hey, Greg, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I got a message from Kate. She told me she's out of the hospital and was going to be recovering at your place for the time being. I was just wondering if that was really true. Is she really over there at your guys' house right now?
No, actually. Kate isn't here, and if she was gonna be coming, then I haven't heard anything about that at all. But we do have Holly home here with us.
I see. Well, I guess that just makes me have even more questions than anything.
Well, while you've been in the hospital, Kate told me that she had her hands full with Holly, and that things were getting difficult with you there. So she asked me if I could watch her, and I've been taking care of your daughter for about 2 weeks now.
Wow, you've been watching Holly for 2 weeks now? Just what is Kate up to?
I'm not really sure. I'm just glad that I have Holly here so nothing is happening to her while Kate is out there doing, whatever it is that she's doing.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that we were able to talk in person about this a little the other day. It seems that our worst fears might be right after all, though.
I know what you mean, and I really want to say how sorry I am about all this.
No, Greg, you don't have to apologize for anything at all. I'm just grateful that you have been on my side and been so understanding through this whole ordeal. Anyways, I'll let you know as soon as I'm all ready here. And I'm just really sorry to have to ask, but could you just please hold on to Holly for a little bit longer?
Of course, it's no problem at all. I would be more than happy to watch her.
Greg, are you there? I just wanted to say how grateful I am that you took Holly to come and see me the other day. Also, I heard that you took her to go and see my parents afterwards as well, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. Holly was telling me how long it's been since she's last seen her other grandparents, and so we went there afterwards. But your parents were very surprised and happy to see us. They were saying how they just wish that you could be out of the hospital already.
Greg, I can't tell you how much it means that you did that. Thank you again, really. But now I guess that we should probably talk about the matter at hand, right?
I suppose so. How are things on your end? Did you get all the preparation done that you need to?
I think so, yeah. If everything goes according to plan, we should be ready for things to go down at my house around 9 in the morning tomorrow. If I could ask you to be ready by then, I'd be really grateful. Thank you.
You got it. I guess I'll see you tomorrow at 9, okay? Get some rest.
Hey, Kate, I was just wondering if you were still recovering at your parents' house right now?
Hey, Brian. Yeah, I'm still here with my parents, just trying to get over my injuries. I'm mostly healed up, but there is still some pain and discomfort, so I'm trying to take it easy and not to push myself. Although, because I fell down the stairs, I noticed that I just get really scared when I'm near tall places now.
I see. Well, that kinda stinks, given that our apartment is on the 7th floor of our building then, huh?
That's right, and I really wanted to take Holly and go to visit you in the hospital, but when I learned what floor you were on... Well, I'm sorry, but I think I'm just not mentally ready to be in a place like that right now, but you understand, don't you?
It's okay, Kate. You don't have to worry about that. Thankfully, my mom has been coming to keep me company.
That's great to hear. Please tell your mom that I'm really thankful to her for doing that and that I'm glad she's there for you. It's a really good thing that your family lives so close to the hospital where you're at right now. I promise to work on this new fear of heights that I've gotten and try to overcome it by the time that you're ready to leave the hospital.
Oh, you don't need to worry about doing anything like that, I don't think.
What do you mean? I'm scared of heights now, and I want to be over this fear by the time we're living together again.
I just mean that you won't have to do that because you're already at our apartment right now, aren't you? I mean, people have already seen you walking around town too, even though you're supposed to be injured and immobile. But from what I've heard, it sounds like you're already over your fear of heights, given that you've been coming to and from our apartment this whole time. Not only that, but people have even seen you coming in and out of our place with a man who isn't me.
Wait, Brian, what is this? What are you talking about? I told you that I'm staying with my family right now while I recover. Do you really think that I'm out doing something with other people when I'm still injured?
Oh please, the only one who's at your parents' house is Holly, isn't it? Meanwhile, you've been taking advantage of the fact that I'm at the hospital to go and run around with whoever this other man of yours is, right?
Brian, how could you say that? Of course I'm not doing anything like that at all. You're not actually serious about this, are you? I mean, you do know that I actually fell down the stairs and have been healing this whole time, don't you? How can you even joke about me lying about this?
About where these stairs were that you fell down were? They were at the apartment of the boyfriend of yours while he was away on a business trip, right?
Are you still going on about this other man? I am telling you that I have no idea what you're talking about at all.
Why are you still lying to me about this? I know that you'll leave Holly with a friend or with parents and then go over and see this guy. But this time you didn't have anyone to watch over Holly, so you took her to this man's apartment, huh? But that was then, while climbing up the stairs when going to his place, both you and Holly slipped and fell down the stairs. Then, when you were gonna call the ambulance, you didn't want any questions about where you were or why you were there. So you drove all the way back to our place, pretended to fall down the stairs again, and then you called the ambulance. And ever since then, you've been holed up in our apartment, haven't you?
But how do you know all this? I don't get it.
Because while I have been here in the hospital, I also hired a private investigator to follow you and watch what you were doing.
Why would you do that?
Because you were acting suspicious and things weren't adding up. So as he was following you to your boyfriend's place, he heard both of you fall and watched you get in your car and drive back to our place.
You mean that this person you hired to follow me saw the whole thing?
That's right. I know the whole truth, and there's nothing you can say that's gonna convince me otherwise. But that's all you're gonna hear about this from me. I'll leave what happens next up to your dad.
My dad? What do you mean? What does he have to do with any of this?
Well, he's actually waiting right now outside of our building. He even caught your little boyfriend as he tried to leave the building.
He caught him? But how did he even know who he was?
Well, that's what you get for sleeping with someone who works for your dad. He told me via text about how he caught this guy and that he knows exactly who he was.
Ryan, are you there? Please, you have to help me. At the very least, you have to give me custody of our daughter. I don't care if you want a divorce. If that's what you want, then I'll give it to you. Just please don't take my little girl away from me.
I can't believe that you're seriously asking me this. After you let our daughter fall down the stairs, you didn't call for help and you changed the scene of the crime first. But what if Holly had been seriously injured? Don't you realize the risk that you were taking with her health just so you wouldn't get caught? Do you ever really think I would ever entrust my daughter to someone like you ever again?
What are you talking about? How can you accuse me of trying to put our own daughter in harm's way?
What do you mean, what am I talking about? Are you really gonna pretend like we haven't already talked about this? I am talking about not only were you lying about taking care of Holly, when what you were really doing was dropping her off at a friend's place or your parents to go and cheat on me, but on top of that you actually brought our daughter to the home of the man who you were having an affair with, let her get injured, and then waiting to call for help until you thought you wouldn't get in trouble for it.
Well, what was I supposed to do? I didn't have anyone else who I could leave her with.
What were you supposed to do? You weren't supposed to cheat on me for starters!
But I already had it in my schedule to meet up with this guy. I can't just change my schedule like that.
Are you seriously ignoring the part where you are literally cheating on me, your husband? I don't care how you see the situation. The fact of the matter is that I've been given custody of Holly and you are never gonna have her again.
But you can't keep her. If you have her, then that means that I have to pay you child support.
That's right, and don't forget about the money that you owe me after I sue you for the affair too.
But I'm going to be flat broke by the time I pay you all that.
Kate basically ended up having to pay me all the money that she had saved up for herself before the two of us were married. Then she still had monthly child support payments to make as well. She ended up having to beg her father to help her find a job, and he found her a position in one of her friend's businesses. Her parents even let her move in with them on the condition that they would strictly control all of her money and how late she would stay out. As for Holly and I, we had support from friends and family come flooding in after the divorce. Even without all the money from child support, just knowing how many people have been willing to help us makes me think that we'll be just fine.